Hi everybody, welcome. This is Ms. Darcie. And today we have lesson 2 in graphic design, the Youth Art Magazine project. And we're going to talk about content and style, and we'll learn a little bit about tools, and we're going to do more about tools in lesson 3. So join me, I'm going to share my screen so that you can follow along. So here we are, lesson 2 for the Youth Art Magazine project. Content and style. Content is the subject of the article or magazine, the story and pictures that are presented. Style is the look and feel of the article or magazine. What font is used, what colors, pictures, layout. And before we get too far, I would like to give you a tool tip, and it's about the view. And if you see in your top left of your screen, you'll see the word view. And if you click on that, you may see show ruler or speaker notes, show speaker notes. And if you have a check mark on those, you'll see here's the speaker notes. It takes up some of our screen. And so I have that as a check mark. I'm going to uncheck it. So make sure in your view there's no check marks. If you see a check mark, click on the item and then click back onto the screen, and you should have a pretty big view like this one you see here. All right, let's talk about the content. The content is the subject of the article or magazine, the story and pictures that are presented. In this course, we will each create our own article, and then our articles can be combined to form our Youth Art Magazine. To begin, we will pick a subject and write 2 paragraphs about it. You may choose any subject that interests you. So here's an example of content that I made for an article that I might be interested in writing, and hopefully other people would be interested in reading. And here's how it goes. Students at the Vallejo Charter School are creating a youth art magazine for the 2020 and 21 school year. The magazine will feature a diverse collection of articles by the students. Students will be expressing and sharing their ideas in a creative and artistic way through the use of graphic design tools and processes. The magazine will be available in the spring of 2021. All right, that's going to be my article, 2 paragraphs about a subject that interests me and that I hope that our other people around Vallejo Charter School, the staff and your families and yourselves will also be interested in. So here's a space for you to create an article of your own. Take some time to think and then decide on your subject matter. Write 2 paragraphs about your subject on the worksheet on page 17, the orange page to the right. The article can be about any subject matter that interests you. When you write, imagine you're telling a story or explaining something to somebody. We will create a title, add images, and work on the visual style later. All right, let's talk a little bit about images. Once you've written the 2 paragraphs for your article, you can think about what kind of images would show the reader what you are writing about. The images can be photographs or drawings made by hand or on the computer. On the right, I'll ask you to write down a few examples of the kinds of images you might use in the worksheet. In the worksheet on page 19. Then we will consider style. Style refers to the look and feel of your article. Okay, so on page 19, the orange side, I put an example of some things that might go along with my article, which would be a drawing or photo of a young person writing or working at the computer, or a picture of a youth art magazine cover. So those are kinds of images I might bring in that would let people know what my article is about, even before reading the words that I've written. So in the space below where it says your image ideas, click in the box and type in a few ideas of your own in this worksheet, okay? Now, let's look at some ways that we might be able to bring the images in You don't have to do this right now, but this is what we'll do when the time comes, when you're ready. So this is about bringing images into your article. If you already have images on your computer that you want to use, you can click Insert on the menu bar to bring them in. So the menu bar is up here at the top, and on the left side you'll see the word Insert, and the very first item is Image, and you can upload from computer. There's also other ways to get images in there, but we'll try to do ours from uploading from the computer. I think most of them will work that way. And if you're not ready to insert images yet, don't worry about it. We will learn more about this in another lesson. This is a good time to be thinking about getting pictures you want to use onto your computer though. So I brought in this image of an arts magazine that might be something I would use for an example to let people know that my article is about an art magazine. And so this gives this detail here, shows you the insert selection and the image selection and upload selection. So as I mentioned, we'll do more with this later. If you already know how to do this and have images ready, you can bring them in a little bit later down here as we get farther down into the article itself. Okay, so let's talk more about style. We've mentioned style a few times. It refers to the look and feel of your article. So let's think more about how our article will look. What colors will you use for the background, the text, shapes? And you can type some answers in here by the word answer and maybe make a space or hit enter to go to the next line, and you can type in which colors you think might be some fun ones that you want to use that will look good with your article or will be suitable for it. And also let's ask ourselves, how does the choice of fonts and text size make your article more interesting to look at or easier to read or understand? So as you look at this worksheet here, or if you look at other magazines and text, think about how does the different look of the font or the size of it make the article more readable or more interesting. You can see here that the words Youth Art Magazine and Style are different sizes, and they're larger than the next text, which is the main body of the text here. It's a little bit smaller. And so some of those kinds of things are things you'll want to think about as you put your article together. And so to try out some styles and colors and fonts, we'll need to talk about the Google Slides tools. And here are some of the main tools that we will talk about in lesson 3. Text tools, the text box, font, bold, text color, and more. We'll also talk about image, shape, and line tools, color, line weight, and more. So join me, if you will, for lesson 3 as we continue to work through our magazine project. Thanks for coming today. See you next time.